The history of present-day Colombia begins long before the arrival of the Europeans in prehistoric times. Archaeological evidence shows that humans inhabited the area at least 12,000 to 10,000 years before Christ. They lived as hunters and gatherers, made tools, developed early forms of agriculture, and began to settle permanently in certain regions. From approximately the year 200 after Christ until 1600 after Christ, several pre-Columbian cultures developed that shaped the land. These included the Muisca in the central highlands of the Andes, known for their gold work and the legend of El Dorado, the Tairona in the northeast along the Caribbean coast, who built impressive terraces in cities such as Ciudad Perdida, the Quimbaya in the west, also famous for their intricate gold artifacts, and the Zanu in the northwest, who developed an advanced irrigation system and highly organized agriculture. These cultures had complex social structures, engaged in trade, developed religious and political systems, and left behind valuable evidence of their art and culture. The recorded history of Colombia begins with the arrival of the Spanish on the coast of the country in the year 1499 after Christ. Between the years 1525 and 1538 after Christ, Spanish conquistadors, including Gonzalo Jimenez de Quesada, conquered the Muisca territory and founded the city of Bogotá as the capital of the Viceroyalty of New Granada. This viceroyalty was officially established in the year 1717 after Christ and encompassed the territory of present-day Colombia, Ecuador, Panama, and Venezuela. Under Spanish rule, taxes were imposed, the indigenous population was converted to Christianity, and plantation agriculture was introduced. The independence movement began on the 20th of July in the year 1810 after Christ in Bogotá, sparked by dissatisfaction with colonial rule. In the year 1819 after Christ, Simón Bolívar led the decisive Battle of Boyacá, which resulted in the liberation of New Granada from Spanish control. 2 years later, in the year 1821 after Christ, Gran Colombia was founded, uniting the present-day states of Colombia, Ecuador, Panama, and Venezuela. In the year 1830 after Christ, Gran Colombia dissolved, and Colombia continued as the independent Republic of New Granada. In the following decades, from 1830 until 1886 after Christ, the country was marked by political instability as liberals and conservatives struggled over the organization of the state. In the year 1863 after Christ, the United States of Colombia was established, a federalist system granting more autonomy to the regions. In the year 1886 after Christ, a new constitution came into effect, establishing Colombia as a centralist republic. This period continued to be marked by conflicts between liberals and conservatives, including the Thousand Days War, which lasted from 1899 until 1802 after Christ. The 20th century brought new challenges. In the year 1903 after Christ, Panama separated from Colombia with the support of the United States and became independent. In the year 1948 after Christ, the so-called Bogotazo shook the country following the assassination of the liberal leader Jorge Eliezer Gaitan. This marked the beginning of La Violencia, a civil war between liberals and conservatives that lasted until 1958 after Christ. In the year 1964 after Christ, the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, the FARC, were founded, initiating a prolonged guerrilla war in the following decades. Between 1980 and 1990 after Christ, drug cartels, especially the Medellin cartel led by Pablo Escobar, further destabilized the country. At the beginning of the 21st century, President Álvaro Uribe, from 2002 until 2010 after Christ, implemented strict security and anti-guerrilla measures. A historic turning point was the year 2016 after Christ, when the Colombian government and the FARC signed a peace agreement, officially marking the end of the armed conflict. Today, Colombia continues to face challenges such as social inequality, political tensions, migration, and drug trafficking, yet it also demonstrates economic development, cultural diversity, and growing international recognition.